free training where I'm going to share with you some habits that you can start doing every day in your life to help you feel more zen and experience more just abundance in everything that you do. So if you're curious and not feeling so zen in your life right now, feeling super overwhelmed and like super scattered, you're going to want to stick around. So I'm going to share with you some 4 really amazing habits. So if this is your first time with me, it's my mission to empower and inspire and teach as many people as I can to live more healthy, zen, and abundant lives so that they can just be emotionally free and live the life that you're meant to live. Let's dive into this training. Okay, I'm really excited right now. How would you like to learn or be reminded? Because a lot of these things I'm going to share with you aren't like new things. You've heard them before, but sometimes we need to have this reminder, and sometimes we just need to hear it in a different way or again so that we can connect the thing that we need to connect. So stick to the end because I'm going to be announcing something really fun at the end of this, but let's just do this first. So the habit is to do all things with passion. So hear me out from this. Hear me out. When I say do all things with passion, I mean do like the mundane things that you have to do in your life with passion, okay? And the reason that this is really, really helpful with helping you feel more zen is that sometimes we just don't want to do those things that we have to do, you know? We don't want to do the laundry. We don't want to do the dishes. And then we like procrastinate. We don't want to do all these like little things that we know will help us in our life. And the thing is, it's not the thing that will help us. It's how we feel about the thing that will help us. So in order for us to change how we feel about the thing that will help us, we just have to change and decide how we're going to feel doing the thing that will help us. So the thing that you can do to decide this is I'm deciding to do this with more passion, okay? So like for example, the other night I had just finished up a day in my home office, which here you can see, here we are right now, and I had a ton of laundry to do, like a ton. For some reason, I ran out of laundry detergent, so you know how that goes. So I had a ton of laundry to do, I had all of it done, I had it on my bed, and I was like getting ready to go to sleep. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I so do not want to do this right now. I was very tempted to just throw it onto the ground. Has anyone else done that before? Please tell me I'm not the only one. So I threw it onto, I didn't throw it on the ground. I wanted to, but then I was like, okay, how can I bring passion into this? And then I took a step and I changed my mind about it. And I was like, how good is it going to feel when this is finished? My room, me and my husband's room feels super zen. I have my beautiful essential oils rolling, my clean laundry all folded and put away, and I can end my day feeling that much more productive. I love being someone who keeps their house really clean and zen and has that standard for myself of the place that I live in and the things that I surround myself with. Does that make sense? So that's like one example, right? Of like choosing to change how you feel about the thing that you're doing. So you kind of have to like psych yourself out about feeling super passionate about what it is you're doing. It's deciding to change your mind around the things that you already have to do. And this is going to help you to feel less overwhelmed and more zen and more abundant because you're choosing to infuse that passion into it. Feeling inspired it's like a muscle that you develop. It's a muscle that you create. It's a muscle that you grow, right? And so the more that you're able to tune into this energy of passion and feeling inspired and choosing to do things that align you with that, then the easier it is going to be for you to get yourself into that space and infuse that into every aspect of your life. I love this one. Okay, so the second habit, you guys, I was actually just talking about this with a private client the other day, and it's just been really on my heart lately. And so, okay, here it is. The second habit is no gossiping and no judging. Think about how draining it is when you sit there and you start talking about other people. First of all, I can't think of anything more boring in the world. It's so boring. Second of all, you're draining your energy. You're literally giving your energy away, and you're lessening your creative muscle, okay? And that is the very opposite of Zen. It is just not Zen. And I bring this to you as a habit because gossiping and judging other people is just that. It's a habit. It's something that we have just been doing over and over again. And now, like, a habit is something you do where you don't even realize that you're doing it anymore. So there can be good habits and bad habits, right? And gossiping is just a bad habit that you need to learn to catch yourself when you are doing it. That is the habit. So again, I'm not telling you to do something new. I'm telling you to be aware of when it is that you're doing this. Okay, so let's think about this. How much better do we feel when we aren't talking about other people? First of all, usually when we're talking about other people, it's not in the best light, right? It's always like, did you hear so-and-so? This is going on in this person's life, blah, 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 blah. And all this is doing is it is taking you out of your lane. It's taking you out of your zone of the life that you are meant to be living. And when you do that, you're focusing your time on someone else. Even if it's like celebrity gossip, okay, guilty, been there, still sometimes know what's going on, more than I should. But even that is a habit that is taking you away from your Zen place. That is taking you away from how you want to be feeling and living this life of feeling abundant, because it's showing you what you don't have. You're feeling like this void, and you're trying to fill it up by putting someone else down so that you fill your void up a little bit more. You know, a really good tool that you can do when you catch yourself doing this, recognize when you're doing it, recognize when you're in it. Because sometimes we're human, right? It just happens, it comes up. You just have to stop and be like, oh, okay, I choose to release this. I choose to change the subject. One of my, I love this quote. I'm not gonna say it perfectly, but it's something along the lines of like, small minds talk about people, good minds talk about events, great minds talk about ideas. And I love that. And I remember when I first heard that years ago, when I was first on this path of living a healthier and happier life and a spiritual path, I understood how bad of a habit that is to talk about other people, and how it's not even like, it doesn't expand anything for you. It doesn't do anything for you but bring you down, right? So that's a habit that you can do right now to shift. Okay, habit number 3. We have to get into the habit of asking for what it is that we want. We have to get into the habit of not being feeling guilty or ashamed of asking for what we want. Because this is why this is detrimental to your Zen place. When we are in this habit of feeling guilty for asking for what we want, you don't ever ask for what you want, so what do you think you're gonna get? The thing that you don't want. So then we're living our life we're living our life as settling. We're settling and wishing we had more. But sometimes the only thing you need to do to have more is to get into the habit of asking for what it is that you want. So this could be something as small as asking for help, okay? Not being afraid to ask for help. This could be something as asking for the food that you actually want to eat, or speaking up and saying the thing that you actually want to do, instead of sitting back and not having any opinion about what to do or what to say, or saying that you're fine and you don't need any help of anything, right? That's not serving you. That's not Zen. And it's sometimes we are in this like mindset that asking for what we want is selfish, or that we are only thinking about ourselves. But I challenge you and say that if you don't ask for what you want, and you don't stand up and put out into the universe what it is that you need and desire, then what happens? Then you aren't your best, then you snap, then you're low, 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 then you aren't in this place of being the person that you need to be for the people that you're trying to be in general. So it's like a lose, 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 lose. So I'm telling you, you need to get into the habit of checking in with yourself and learning how to do this with yourself first. So like, wake up in the morning and put your hand over your heart and be like, Alisha, what do you need today? What do you want? What would make you happy? And the more you're in tune with that, then the more you can follow up with that, right? And then that is a deep act of self-love. And even asking that is deepening your ability to raise your self-worth, It's a hard thing for, I think especially women to ask for what we want, because we feel like we should be timid and, you know, take care of everything, make sure everything's taken care of for everyone else around us, and we shouldn't ask for anything because we need to be selfless. But really, it's really selfish to not ask for what you want and need, because then you are doing a disservice to everyone around you, and therefore it is so not Zen in any way, shape, or form when you do that. So the habit I want you to get into is to deeply, deeply be connected with your needs and your desires on an everyday level, on an everyday basis. And the better you get at this, the more you're raising your self-worth, and the better you're going to be able to ask for what you want in life, in your purpose, in making those big life changes that you want to make. You're probably watching this because you're feeling not so Zen right now. You want to make some changes in your life. You know that there's some things that you want to change, some habits you want to make in your life for maybe yourself, your happiness, potentially your business, your partner, your relationships, all of the things. And so often we feel like we're looking to do something, and when we do something, our external environment will change, which means we will feel differently and everything will change for us on the inside. And for a long time, for a very long time, I felt like that. I felt like the only way that I would feel different is if everything around me would change. If, you know, I would get that job, this is years ago before I had my business, you know, if I made that friend, or if I was wearing that outfit for yoga, if I was going to that yoga studio, and blah, 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 blah. Which to some degree, yes, they help you to feel a little bit different. But at the end of the day, the most important thing that is going to change your life and help you to experience the freedom and joy and Zen that you want to experience is all in your mind. It's all in your beliefs. It's what you believe. So you act and you show up and you do things according to the thoughts that you're thinking and the things that you believe to be true. So this fourth habit is all about you learning to monitor your thoughts. But we have to remember that our beliefs can be very limiting to the life that we're living. And these things that we believe are then showing up in the actions that we're taking in our life or not taking in our life. So what we need to do then, this habit, is to learn how to monitor your thoughts, to learn how to be what's called an observer of what it is that you're thinking. You observe your thoughts throughout the day. And this is a habit. Just like it's a habit to not be aware of what you're thinking, that's a habit. To just, you know, numbly go throughout the day, that's a habit. To just, you know, with not even think about what you're thinking, and all of a sudden you find yourself like going down this really negative spiral, that is a habit. So the habit here is to learn to be what we call an observer. You learn to be separate from your thoughts and see the thoughts that are going across your mind. So this habit is getting really, really good at observing and monitoring what it is you are thinking. And from there, you can catch yourself thinking the same negative, limiting things over and over and over. To get really good at monitoring your thoughts so that you can be an observer of the things you are thinking over and over again, and catching the negative thoughts that you are thinking and choosing to shift them, right? So you have to be really, really aware. This requires the habit of consciousness. This requires the habit of total awareness. So what do you guys think? Those are the 4 habits that you can do every single day to experience more Zen. And of course, abundance. Abundance is a state. Abundance isn't something that you acquire. Abundance is something you tune into. And these habits I just gave you are things that you're tuning into. Abundance is passion. Abundance is ideas. Abundance is asking for what you want and not being unapologetically connecting with those desires. And abundance is choosing to think in an abundant state. Okay? Those are the things. So I've been working with a lot of my private clients lately, and a lot of the same themes keep coming up. A lot of the same themes. Themes similar to these habits that I gave you. Themes around identifying and understanding our limiting beliefs. Themes around how to infuse more passion into your life to feel more joy. Themes around asking for what it is that you want. Themes around not taking anything personally. And these massive, massive themes that impact your life majorly. And so in my meditation one day, I had this download. And the download was offer a group coaching program on these 4 themes. And immediately I thought of a book that I refer to often and a book that I refer to my clients all the time. And it's called The 4 Agreements. Has anyone heard of this book before? The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz? You probably have. So what I decided to do, and I've never done this before, but I feel so aligned with it and it feels like such a next step for something that I can offer you guys, is a 4-week group coaching program, okay, where we are going to cover each of the 4 agreements as a group in a private Facebook group, where there's going to be a nice session, a coaching session, where you're going to be in the hot seat. If you want to, ask me the right questions, and we're really going to dive into these concepts even more, okay? And this is so awesome for anyone who really wants to make a change in their life, but they're feeling really like stuck, and they're feeling like they haven't made the changes that they want to make, and they're doing all these things. You're reading these books, you are following people online, you are maybe taking challenges, you're saying some affirmations, but you aren't getting to the root of it, which is your thoughts, which is these limiting beliefs, which is what it is that you believe. So what I want, my intention is for us to have a smallish group of people to go through this uncovering and shifting and transforming our limiting beliefs together, using these principles that have changed my life, that helped me to uncover the things that I was thinking that were negatively impacting me day after day until I learned and understood them. So I've been working with these principles for years now. I help them with my clients, and I'm like, you know what? I know so many people want to work with me, and private coaching is not an option right now, so this is a really amazing option. So I'm also going to be offering it at a really amazing price. It's 4 weeks. There's not modules or anything, okay? So this is strictly group coaching with me in a private group, all of us together, where you have access to me in the group to like ask questions and stuff. It's called Truly Free, and it's 4 weeks to transform your limiting beliefs. Okay, and it works like a group coaching program. So how it'll work is we're going to be reading the 4 agreements together. If you've already read it, it's how you can read it again, right? So you read the week, the agreement of the week, then we'll meet together and have a session together and really dive into these concepts and really focus on them together. And then we'll do that for the following rest of the weeks. And so my intention is that this gives you the platform to take that first step in making the change that you want, or the next step in making the change that you want, with the habits, with your thoughts, with the thing that is actually holding you back, which is what it is that you believe, okay? And this is going to help you feel so free in your life. I can't even tell you. You will feel so free. So the course itself starts on 11/11, November 11th. How angelic. Really excited to be able to offer this to you guys. I know, so you can click the link below and join us. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you in the course. Yay! And yeah, I'll see you there. If you just want more info and to connect with me, you can sign up at zenbabetribe.com and get your free membership to start your journey with us. And yeah, we can get going. But I hope to see you guys in the course. See you next time. Bye.